Hey everybody, it's Timothy here with JankDiverTim, and welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while since I put out a draft video, but today we are going to be drafting The Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. I've done about 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that ballpark number of drafts. I found it pretty fun. It's a lot more simplistic than a lot of the sets we've been having recently, and I like that sort of thing. Kind of a core set vibe, but a little bit more complicated than a traditional core set. If you're not familiar with the content I put out here, usually draft videos, stuff like that, cube-related content for the Jank Diver Gaming organization, group, whatever you want to call it. I did have a child recently. My child is just about 5 months old now, a couple weeks off from 5 months, which makes it, if you don't have children, that makes it a lot harder to sit down and find the time to record a video or something like that. So I was unable to record for the last couple sets, but I do have just a brief moment. My child is asleep in the other room, and hopefully stays asleep long enough for me to put out a good best of 3 rally of matches here. I am doing best of 3. I was going to boot up and do best of 1, but apparently I have a draft in the queue already, and I don't have enough time to play that one out, plus record this one and play this one out. And best of 3 magic is superior anyway. I said it. Before we get into this draft is brought to you by Jank Diver Gaming. If you want to come check out our Discord, there will be a link down below. Thanks to the people who shouted out links in previous YouTube videos that weren't working anymore. I think I got a lot of those fixed a lot of those rather. But yeah, we do cube-related content. We run weekly cubes, actually 2 cubes a week. Sometimes we've been throwing in some off cubes from users of the channel. We had a cool proliferate cube that launched not too long ago, courtesy of one of our admin mob people. And I am going to be trying to put out my affinity cube sometime soon. We also have a peasant cube and an unrestricted anything goes cube that are the main focus of the channel. But today we're going to do Lord of the Rings draft. And we are going to give some thoughts as we go through it. Still pretty early on in the format. I should let people know up front, I am not a data boy. I do not care what the 17 lands data says. I like to play on my own, get a feel for how the set is going, get a feel for what's right. I don't really pay attention to that whole data thing. Maybe I'm giving up some, percentage points there, but that sort of stuff really detracts from the fun of a set for me. So I'm going to be going in with my own opinions here. I might be wrong about some cards. I might be more right about some cards than the data says. You never know. My initial feelings on the set as far as like where to steer yourself, where to steer away from, it seems like the Grixis colors, blue, red, and black, are very good. Very much off of the back of the Spells Matter synergies and the Amass synergies, which is ironic given that War of the Spark also had Amass, and the Grixis colors were the best colors there as well. White is pretty aggressive. There are good white-black kind of like token sacrifice decks. There are decent food decks, but you kind of have to get all of the good gold uncommons for the food deck to come get together, which is the elephant in the room being green. Green is, I think, far and away the worst color. The only real reasons to be in green, I believe, that I found are you get a good version of the blue-green scry deck, or you get a good version of the green-white food deck. Green-black is also very good, but that's because the black cards are good, and you get, like, Old Man Will, you get good gold cards. Green-red, that's just a confused deck. I think the theme is supposed to be 4 power matters, but the payoffs aren't really there for it, so it's kind of whatever. But I will draft green if green is open. I don't think it's that bad. People exaggerate a lot when they say that a color is completely undraftable or unplayable. I have found that this format self-corrects pretty well, even though green is the worst color. If green is wide open, you usually get a pretty good deck. So, one more person joining up here, and we will see what we got. Man, I'm out of breath. I haven't talked like this for a draft video since my kiddo was born. Forgot how hard it is to kind of like keep your thoughts going. Okay, what do we have here? So, it's best of 3. We don't get to know who we're playing with. 4 really good black cards. Okay, so the Isildur... Oh, I should probably mention I'm not like a huge Lord of the Rings buff. I don't know how to pronounce these names, so sorry if I mispronounce it, but I also don't care. This is 4 mana, destroy creature, instant speed, and then you exile a bunch of cards from their hand. This is a legendary instant, which means you have to have a legendary creature or planeswalker in play. I'm actually not sure that's even better than Claim the Precious, which is 3 mana to kill a creature at sorcery speed. That extra text on this doesn't really matter. There's also Golem and Mortar Muster, which are both, I think, very good. I'm leaning towards Golem here. Maybe I should just take the removal spell. This is one of those awkward packs where the best cards are all in one color, so you're going to pass black. Someone else is going to pick up on black being open. I don't think it's the rare. I think it's Golem or Claim the Precious. And I'm actually... the removal is premium in this format, but Golem is also a premium uncommon. Ooh, here's a premium uncommon. Anyway, what I was saying is we're going to pass black. Someone's going to pick up on black being open, and then it's going to be super cut in pack 2, but that should mean it flows in pack 3 as long as the person passed to me also is not sniping black cards. We are getting past a pack where the rare is missing, and our pick is going to be Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant, 4 mana 3/3 that makes a 1/1. It's already pretty good. That's this card, right? That's this card with extra text. And then creature tokens you control have a death touch. Not just the amass tokens. I have played this in a deck with a bunch of Rally at the Hornburgs or whatever the Make 2 Humans card is, and those things gain death touch too. So I think this is a pretty easy pick. Even if I hadn't started off with a black card, I think this would be the pick, and we're noticing a lot of white in this pack, but no signal, obviously. Mordor Trebuchet. Trebuchet is pretty good if you end up in the kind of red-black Amass Goblins Orc deck. And then a couple good white cards. Okay, so decision time. There is Gloin, which is 3 mana 3/3. You cast a historic spell, you get a treasure. Godin doesn't really come up in 1v1. You can do it, but it's pretty bad. Grima Wormtongue is a good sack outlet, but the card itself isn't that good. It is a legendary creature, if that ends up mattering. And then Mirkwood Bats. I know this card is super hyped for like Commander and stuff, but every time someone plays this against me, it's just not that impressive. It is a fine card, though. It is a fine card if you can make tokens and stuff like that. Gloin versus Wormtongue. There's also a Rally. What's missing from this pack? An uncommon, and then a common of an indiscernible color. I'm leaning towards Grima just to kind of stay black, cut that a little bit more. Even though I think Gloin is a fine card. Staying in one color is not a bad spot to be in. Alright, first pack where we don't have any standout cards, I don't think. Rising of the Day, 100% unplayable. I think even if every creature in my deck ended up legendary, I think this card is terrible. Snarlin Warg. People tell me this card performs well. I think it's fine. I think 4 toughness, dodging the red removal spell. The red common removal spell is good. There's good blue here. There's also Rally at the Hornburg, which, again, good in a sacrifice deck, good with Gothmog. And then there's Arwen's Gift and Soothin' of Smeagol. Stew the Conies is also good, but I don't want to move into green here. Arwen's Gift good, Rally good. I think I'm leaning towards one of those two. So is my next card going to be blue or red? Red's looking a little more open, but I do value the Arwen's Gift. Gimli. This Gimli is like, okay. Nothing special here. Just 4 mana 4/3 that can deal a little bit of extra damage. It's fine. Decent green cards. Watchdogs and Woe's Pathfinder are some of the better commons. There is a 2 mana 2/1 that dies into a 1/1 Amass. Orcish Medicine's also interesting. So one thing about this format, or one thing about Amass that's different than War of the Spark, is the Amass tokens actually do get pretty big in this format. At least a lot bigger than I remember them getting in War of the Spark. And I think one of the reasons you see that is because there's cards like Orcish Medicine and there's the Cancel, Saruman's Trickery, which grow your orc army, but also protect it from removal, so just helps it get bigger. Whoa, that is a late Gandalf. Okay, so there's actually 2 really good blue cards. Glorious Gale, probably a little bit worse than Essence Scatter usually is, because there's a lot of spells that create creatures. Still good. I would still draft that highly. Gandalf might be one of the best blue uncommons. Lets you flash sorceries at instant speed. It also has flash itself. And when the ring tempts you, you draw a card if you choose a different creature. I don't think I have any ring tempting yet. Oh, I do have Golem, actually. I do have Golem. Haunt of the Dead Marshes I have found to be a decent little card. It's actually like a mini combo with Grima, because you can sacrifice it to Grima, and then this is a legendary creature to get it back. Birthday Escape, Ireth. Shalob's Ambush and Orcish Medicine, still good. Birthday Escape, Ring tempts you. That's really good with Gandalf. I do kind of like this card. It's ramp. I wonder if it's better than the Birthday Escape when I have the Gandalf here. I'm going to take Ireth, because you can just use this to ramp. Like a 3-mana 1/4 in blue-black that ramps you is pretty good if you end up with expensive spells. Birthday Escape is just very solid, good card, and might be the correct pick. I am liking what I'm seeing, though. I could conceivably take any of these blue cards, but I do value these cyclers very high in this format. They're so much better than the ones from March of the Machine. Even though March of the Machine, I think that was a product of the environment that made the cyclers not that good. All of these blue cards are fine. Soothin' of Smeagol as a bounce spell that tempts you is decent. I found this card to be pretty good in spell-heavy decks, and then 4-mana removal spells fine. I'm going to take the Troll. I usually like cutting at least one land when I have these cyclers. I don't think Kingfisher is like that exciting of a card, but it is nice that it's wheeling. This is pick 9. And then we have this blue-green secret gold card. I don't think this card really gets there outside of blue-green. I don't think I have any scry going on. I'll take the Kingfisher. This is a perfectly acceptable card. Nothing exciting here. Glorfindel is good if you end up in blue-green scry. And then this is, 4-mana 3/3. Gets a counter whenever you draw your second card. I mean, I'm not going to play this card. I don't have anything to make blue-green scry work, so I'll just cut the blue card as a signal. Take Wizard's Rockets over this creature, I think. Although this card's fine. Wizard's Rocket can help with a splash if we end up splashing, but right now nothing's telling us we need to splash. Soothin' of Smeagol. Okay, we're getting playables late in the pack. That's nice. I don't really want that many unsummons. And last pick, Glorious Gale. That's nice. Ooh, this is a sweet card. This is a very cool card, but obviously we're not going to take it here. Basically, it's a 5-mana card that goes and gets you a mountain, but on Chapter 3, you make a 6/6 Flying Haste. As for us, I'm leaning towards the Bitter Downfall. I did give up all those black cards. I'm expecting black to get cut this pack and then have, like, premium black get passed to me in pack 3, because the black's just going to be cut completely from the person who was passing to me in pack 1. I have not seen Ringsight Cast. I have not played it either. I imagine the thing that makes me want to play this would be having access to a sweeper. But I'm going to take Bitter Downfall as 4-mana, destroy a creature, controller loses 2 life. And then this costs less mana if it targets something that was already damaged. Seems like a nice little pickup there. Getting pretty tight on the 4 drops here. Next we have... you definitely don't need 2 Ireths. 1 is perfectly fine. Display of Power is like an interesting card that you can build these blue-red decks that have like no creatures at all. And then I bet Display of Power is playable in there, but it's not good. It's not good. I'm going to take Mordor Muster over another Vanguard, I think. Mordor Muster is just a cantrip. If you've ever played with the card Dusk Legion Zealot, this is very similar to it. Obviously, it's a little bit worse if you already have an Amass token on board. Arwen, I think, is the premium uncommon for the Scry deck. If you are the blue-green Scry deck, you kind of need this card, or else the deck, I don't think, comes together. But it is good. Ooh. That's a reason to splash. Old Man Willow has been absolutely nuts. Tree nuts, to be exact. And Great Hall of the Citadel is actually a decent way to splash it. I could just take the Birthday Escape. I've got a lot of 4s. Man, I don't really have payoffs for casting spells, but this does tempt you. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Old Man Willow. It's such a powerful card. And follow up with Deceive the Messenger. I kind of like this one. Amass 1, -3, -0. You see cards like this a lot that are like the flash creature that shrinks something. I found this to just play out quite well. Mirkwood Bats again. We don't need more 4s. I mean, I'm not going to play this card. I might not play Old Man Willow. I mean, this thing is perfectly fine if you're in exactly black-white, but we'll take Deceive. We're looking for a mouth of whatever it's called. The blue-black gold creature, Mouth of Sauron, I believe. Shagrat. I used to be a little bit of a Shagrat back in college. Loot Bearer. It's a cool card. I'm not really excited about taking the Isolation at this point, just because my 4-drop slot is super expensive. I'm tempted to just take this for gems. This is best of 3. I will wish that I had Isolation. Alright. Excuse me. So, Mirror of Galadriel. I have not... I've seen my opponents play this a lot, and it hasn't been great. But I always feel like it could be good. I'm not controlling enough, I think, to make that great. I'm going to go ahead and just take Great Hall of Citadel for my Old Man Willow here. Dreadful as the Storm, not really something I want to play. I'm curious about the Mirror, but I took the Old Man Willow for the option to splash it. I should take the Fixin' to make that happen, if that's what I want to do. Barrow Blade, decent for aggressive decks, like a short sword with some extra abilities. Another Troll, and then a Wizard's Rockets, which is pretty inoffensive to take. I could obviously just take the Troll here. Have another top-end threat without really needing one, but again, we took the Old Man Willow. We want to make that work. Speaking of which, Willow Wind. Fine. Curve Topper. Nothing super special, but fine. Lembas. This card's okay. No synergy with it. You can see green is wide open here. Sure. Alright, the Ring Sight came back. Let's see if we're right about pack 3 and just getting, like, hooked up with black cards. Don't want the Shire Scarecrow for Fixin'. Right now I've got decent Fixin'. I would actually maybe play a Forest Cycler if it came back. Let's go and put Ring Sight in the pile. I'm curious about that one. Dang. Arwen coming back, huh? Sure. Irith. Nothing here. I'm not going to play that Scarecrow, I don't think. Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is interesting because it can go get the Forest for Old Man Willow, but it's also, if I just draw the Forest, I can just cast this card. Elven Farsight. Blue-green. Looked like it was pretty open here. Alright, pack 3. Hook us up. We got Horn of the Mark. So this is if you attack with 2 creatures, you look at the top 5 of your library, you can reveal a creature and put it in your hand. Fine card if you're aggressive. I don't think it's what we want here. Another Old Man Willow, but there's also Claim the Precious. And like I said, good removal is premium in this format. So I will take Claim the Precious here, passing an Old Man Willow, which I don't need to splash a second one of these. Usually one is pretty good. And there's not really much else that's going to wheel for us. I don't think this is a wheel because the pack's pretty weak and it's a rare. But if so, I would just take it for gems at the minimum. And then if Old Man Willow does wheel, we'll go ahead and take it. But we'll go ahead and claim the Precious. The Bath Song is here. I also have been pretty high on this card, Urkai Berserker. As just a cheap way to get the ring going. That's not really charging you extra for. It's been fine. I would certainly play it, but I do think I'm going to take the Bath Song. I think this card's pretty strong. Gives you a lot of velocity as far as card draw goes. You can see there is a little bit of a problem with this deck, though. Yeah, it's good card draw. There's also Lorien Revealed, which might be better given that this helps me find land drops. Okay, I think the Bath Song is generally stronger than Lorien, but given that my 4-drop slot is so huge already, I should probably do something else. Smeagol. If one of your creatures dies, you get to do what? Reveal cards from the top of your opponent's library until you get a land and put it on the battlefield. It's worth splashing. Could have had 2 Bath Songs for the loops. All right, Smeagol, let's see what you got. I have not played with that card yet. Whoa, hello, Sauron. And Smite the Deathless? Whoa, what just happened? Torment of Golem as well? Oh, man. I can't not play Sauron, right? Get out of here. Blue-black, I would need to figure out the red mana source situation. Your opponent can't target it unless they sack a legendary artifact or creature. Probably doable, given that the ring makes a creature legendary. Whenever they cast a spell, amass. Whenever an army deals damage to a player, ring tempts. Another Gandalf. Too many 4s. Nasty end, huh? Do I have creatures I want to sacrifice? Not a lot. Bilbo's really good, but I'm not looking to play like main deck red. I could drop the green cards and play blue-red. Or I could just really try to make this work. Nasty end, huh? Gonna take Gandalf here. Ooh, I wish I'd started with that. This card is everything I want to open up on, but it appears as though red and green were the colors that were open. Decent cards here. I think I'm just going to take the Kingfisher. I'll go, once again, I don't think that card's excellent in this format. Pick 7. There's Old Man Willow. There's also Torment of Golem, but my 4-drop slot. I'm wondering if I just cut the green here, have this as a top-end card. Not have to play a lot of that. The reason to stick with green is that the int is another source of green. I think Torment of Golem is very good. And blue, 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 blue. Could take a Bewitching Leechcraft. It's kind of whatever. It does get something off my back early. Don't need another Arwen's Gift. This was a very strange draft indeed. Lots of green cards. We'll go and put Quick Beam in the board. Legolas. It's the only one that I would conceivably play. Legolas. Jeez. Treason of Isengard, when I have a couple good removal spells, actually seems fine. Could see boarding into that, and a Brandywine. Okay, we'll have to... we got to do some maneuvering here. Am I getting Sauron with Mountain Hall Wizard's Rocket? I think so. I think I should be able to feasibly see one of those 3 cards by the time I cast in a 6-drop. I do like the Torment. I'm a big fan of the Torment. Could cut the Treason. Could cut a Kingfisher, but that's kind of like my only damage. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut a Soothing of Smeagol. And we will have a pretty top-heavy deck, but it's the 4-drop slot. It's not like a bunch of 5s and 6s. And I think we're going to play something like this. It's a little greedy to do the double splash because, for instance, if I have to use Wizard's Rockets to cast one of my green cards, I no longer have this as a red source in my deck to cast Sauron. But I think Sauron's pretty strong. You amass anytime your opponent casts a spell, and then if it hits them, the ring tempts you. You may discard your hand and draw 4 cards whenever the ring tempts you. That's pretty gnarly. Okay, so we ended up somehow going from blue-black to 4-color. We'll see how it plays out. I'm pretty excited. It's got some high card quality, even if it is a little bit clunky. I would have liked a cheap removal spell, just something very cheap like Golem's Bite or something like that. But we've got Smoothing of Smeagol. We got a bounce spell. We have the option to board into more bounce and stuff like that. I am being a little bit greedy, but I do enjoy being a little bit greedy sometimes. We are against TD Hero. Or maybe it's TDH Arrow. Who knows? On the draw with a very slow hand. This is what a lot of my hands are going to look like, though, I think. Opponent mulliganed. I don't have a play until 4. Wizard's Rockets technically is a play, but I have kind of all of my colors. Alright, and we can cycle the Wizard's Rocket if we need to redraw. I think I'm going to keep this with my opponent mulling and me on the draw. Alright, Wizards Rockets go. I don't see any reason to want to cycle this anytime soon, since it looks like I'm going to hit all my lands to be able to cast it on 6. Opponent might be missing a color, so as long as they're not doing anything, I'm not going to cycle the Wizards Rockets. Although I have the Great Hall too, so I can cast Sauron. Green-white. Peregrine Took, so whenever they make a token, they also make a food, and then you can sack 3 tokens to draw. I think I am supposed to sack this. I have my color, so I'm not worried about it. Which just doesn't matter. Okay. So just cycled in the land. Glorious Gale. Alright, so we are going to just pass here. I'll counter pretty much any creature my opponent plays if they have one. Would be nice to get Gandalf down first, because if this counters a legendary spell, it tempts me, but I don't even have another creature. Sure. I'm doing this even though that's not like a great creature, because it does make 2 food tokens, but also I'm going to be doing stuff during my next turn, so I won't have an opportunity to do it. Grima would have been nice last turn. Alright, so let's play a land, cast Gandalf. And for those of you in the Discord community, we do have achievements for the set. One of the achievements is to cast a legendary spell at instant speed, which I'm about to do, so I will have to take a screenshot of that. What do we got to follow up? Glamdring. So +1/+0 for each instant or sorcery in your graveyard, and first strike. And if it deals combat damage to me, you may cast an instant or sorcery from your hand without paying its mana cost. Okay, so currently this doesn't actually do anything. There are 0 instants and sorceries in the graveyard. Alright, let's go ahead and cast this. And I gotta take my screenshot real quick, so sorry, opponent. You know, when I made the achievement for casting a spell, a legendary spell at instant speed, or rather on an opponent's turn, I was not really thinking about the creatures that actually just had flash themselves. Alright, we can take off full control now. Golem. So this is when it leaves the battlefield, you're tempted. Okay. So let's go ahead and just play Grima and Golem. Golem will happily block Took. This is actually kind of a little bit of a combo too, isn't it? Grima sacks this, makes a mass token because it's sacking a legendary creature. Golem triggers, Golem can sacrifice the token to come back. It's not bad. See what the opponent ends up doing here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I actually don't care if Golem dies. So Ring tempts you. I'm going to choose Grima, and then I'll draw a card from Gandalf. That seems pretty strong for me. Yep. I am taking a bunch of damage. A little bit of a beating. I should keep in mind... Oh, that's nice. My opponent free cast an Entsphere, so that's actually going to get a +1/+1 counter now, and it's going to be way bigger from the Glamdring. Okay, this got messy fast, because now that's, what, a 4-power first striker? 5-power first striker. It is going to die, though. That's nice. So I can do this at instant speed as well. Oh, that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm going to get to draw an extra card. Let's go ahead and play the Great Hall in case my opponent makes me discard or something. I'm going to tap here and get him with the instant speed claim. Hopefully they don't do anything super wild. Is there a protection spell that I don't know about? Alright, let's go for the claim. Nice. And then we choose Ireth as our ring bearer. We draw from Gandalf. We have a Lorien Revealed. That's a nice one as well. So 4/4. So they're going to have 6-power first striker. Is it legendary? It is not. Alright, what are we doing here? Not attacking, it seems. Or rather, I can attack with Ireth. and then just play the troll and try to race, although this is a 2-turn clock. I'm going to attack with Irith for the loot here. There's Sauron. Okay. And we can cast that. Okay, let the 1 damage through. Go ahead and play Sauron. I know I'm pronouncing it differently every time. Okay, go ahead. So if they cast spell, I get a 1/1 army, which can just block this bag end porter. This thing attacks and gets +X equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. So if they just equip up and attack now, I'll take my 6, which is going to suck. Ooh, okay, they cast a creature pre-combat. That I don't think is what you wanted to do if you planned on attacking. This is first strike, so I had no good blocks. Okay, they're looking to block Sauron. That's fine. I can use Golem. There's Smeagol. I get to do just all the things this turn, don't I? If I attack with Sauron says first strike. I don't have good attacks on them. But what I can do is cast Golem. By sacking the army, play this Smeagol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Does this come back in tapped? Oh, from graveyard to hand. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to sack that. And now we're going to play... Actually, let's go ahead and attack with Irith first. Okay, discard the land. Get that 1 damage in. Play Smeagol, play Golem. And then the ring will tempt on my end step. And my ring bearer will become Gandalf, just because it pokes for more. It could become Golem. But Golem's the creature I'm going to be throwing under the bus. Oh, I should have chosen a different creature. I'm not going to discard my hand. That was poor. I should have picked a different creature, so I drew a card with Gandalf. So Gandalf is not the card I want to be my ring bearer. That's not how we do this, folks. Again, if they cast something pre-combat, I'm just going to get a free blocker for the most part. Oh, actually, they do have a legendary artifact, so they can kill Sauron if they have a removal spell. Depends on what that removal spell is, though, because if it's like a just 1-for-1 fight spell, they sack this in response, and then the fight spell doesn't, or the bag end porter doesn't have enough power to kill it. Alright, opponent making decisions. They're going to kill my Smeagol. Okay, Smeagol down. They get a food token. That's basically a rabid bite that fights. I am fine with this as long as they don't have a way to give it trample. They just gave me a free blocker and I get to just smash back. Okay, let's go ahead and cast Lorien Revealed. Oh, I was like, where did this forest come from? That's my opponent's forest. My green cards, I would cast Old Man Willow if I could, so let's go ahead and tap like this. I know I can do this at instant speed, but I'm going to do it at sorcery speed. There we go. There's a Bitter Downfall. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and smash with everything that's not Irith, because Irith can untap 2 legends at instant speed. I can do the Torment of Golem trick here, too. Mordor muster, pitch a land. I was actually looking to see if I had a way to be tempted by the ring, because that would put me up to 4. The third one seems to not matter basically ever. Okay, opponent wants to race, that is okay. And they are now tempted. That part shouldn't matter so much on a 7-4. Feeling fine about my position here. They did not sap their food token. I wonder if that was an oversight or if they have a way to use it. Feels like an oversight. But I could be wrong. This is legendary now as well. So when it attacks, it'll get +1/+1. So basically, it's going to be a big, big boy. I don't think they can even attack me if they don't have an answer. I'm going to bitter downfall this thing regardless, and that should just set us up for the dubs. This is so funny. There is a sorcery in original Theros, Sip of Hemlock. 6 mana sorcery. Destroy target creature. Its opponent loses 2 life. Like, we have come a long way since that removal. So, interaction is good. The isolation, what I'm going to do here is just, since they're kind of a low to the curve beatdown deck, I am going to cut some of the kind of like janky splash stuff and just play more streamlined, a little bit more streamlined. The bounce spell seems good. I could see a case for cast into fire. Kills Took. It kills their sword, which could be a problem. I need to add in one more card, probably just like an early game creature of some sort. Gandalf's good, but 4 drops, you know. As good as these green cards are, against these decks that are just going to try to kill all of my stuff with fight spells and beat me down, I would rather not mess around with too much splashing. Although, I don't know. Not a lot of things that green-white can do about. Oof. About, ooh, they're coming out swinging. And we've drawn 4 drops. I had a thought there. I stopped saying my thought. Okay, them not having a 2-drop is good, and me having a 1/4 is fine. I would honestly probably just throw this in front of the spider, but they showed us 2 Ents Fury and a Stew the Conies. I am actually just going to throw this out there to be able to block Mirror Guardian. But if they have a fight spell, I'm going to fall behind very quickly. In fact, if it's Ents Fury, that's going to pump the Mirror Guardian. I would take 7 this turn. Looks like that's exactly what it is. And that's permanently a 5/3. Okay, there's Glammed Ring as well. Okay, I mean, this is the type of start that I'm going to die to a lot when I don't have the removal spells. Let's go and play this. They're going to equip up the 5/3, I imagine. Not over yet, but they're probably like another Ents Fury away from killing us. Ooh. Jeez, this not good for us. Not good for us at all. Why didn't they attack with the 5? Oh, they... I think I'd take that trade while I can. Although they're going to hit me in the air for 8. And I can do nothing about it. It's just a 2-turn clock here. Torment them, I guess. Sure. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Take 9 in the air. Now I have to kill the bird. Well, this is why we cut the fiddly stuff. Glory Scale is too late. Alright, GG. You got me with just good curve out. Missed a 2-drop there, but I didn't have interaction to do anything. Yeah, it makes me want the isolation more. I already brought in 1, though. I'm just going to ship as is on the play here and hope that I have a slightly better curve. I know I have a ton of 4-drops, but I have been drawing the type of hands that have nothing but the 4-drops. I do still have 2-drops in my deck. Like, a Soothing of Smeagol would have gone a long way that game, I think. The Mirror with the Ent's Furies are going to be really tough, though, if I fall behind. But we'll try on the play here. I don't think Arwen's Gift can be my first play of the game. If this draws a black source, it's actually very good, but I think I have to mulligan this. I'm 2 black sources away from Claim the Precious. This is better. Card to put on the bottom. Wizard's Rockets, perhaps. Just go 2, 3, 4. Seems good. Wizard's Rockets, fiddly, don't really need it. Opponent took a mulligan there. But as far as 6s go, this is a good above average 6, I think. Just curves out, which is what I need to do in this matchup. Having something early to eat a bite spell or like just trade off with something seems good. This dies a mass 1. Solid common. See this sort of design a lot. Alright, there's the Glammed Ring with no spells, nothing to attach it to. Ooh, should I play Kingfisher or should I play Ireth? I think Ireth is better. Although my opponent... This just guarantees 4 mana. Kingfisher guarantees an attack. Let's go ahead and play to the board that's going to push damage here. I could just naturally draw my 4th land. That would be awesome. Or I could draw that. Alright, I'm going to attack. Could be playing into some flash creature I'm not really, like, super familiar with. Opponent has something. What could they have? What could they have? Let's find out. Looks like we're about to find out. Oh, Lost to Legend. Okay, so Ireth gets put back. Well, if I don't draw a 4th land, Ireth was supposed to be my 4th land. Protector of Gondor stabilizes very nicely. Yikes. Yeah, we could easily lose this game to just not draw an appropriate amount of mana. Bitter Downfall's not going to do it. Rangers into land drop is good. Yeah, that's strong. I think I like going here and just using the Bitter Downfall. Because if I draw a 4-drop, I'm going to want to do other stuff. Also, they lose 2 life. Okay, that's it's a land drop, but it's not what we need. Still going to do it. Shuffles Ireth away, which we want to do, because we don't want to draw Ireth. This is going to be a close game. They're going to start beating down pretty hard here, I think. They're hitting for... They can hit for 5 right now with nothing else. And it looks like an Ent's Fury coming. Really, not on the Kingfisher. So they just want to push damage. So they're going to hit for 7, 8, 9. Okay, go to 10. I think I just need to make the body here and push the damage. So we will Golem, see what their last card is. That is a very relevant card. They chose not to cast that. I think they would be better off killing my Kingfisher. That's the thing that's racing them. That being said, I will... Actually, this is 9. Can't block the 1/1. If I block this turn... If I don't block this turn, I go to 1. I can't actually block that, so I think I have to chump and just hope that I hit enough chump blockers or interaction or something to deal with this 8/5. Oh, come on. Man, alright, I don't think I can afford to... Soothing's good. That gets us somewhere. I'm going to draw these. So I could go Soothing of Smeagol now, bounce the 8-5. They hit me for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I put them down to 4. They replay this. And then they're dead to the 2 Kingfish, or I can't play the Kingfisher this turn. Otherwise, I'm chumping. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. Bounce this, go ahead and make that my Ring Bearer, put you down to 4. Do I have anything that deals 2 damage? I've already cast my Bitter Downfall. Well, right now they can't equip plus play the Dundane unless they have a land in hand. Ah. Okay. I mean, that does mean they had a land in hand and not a relevant spell, but they equip here. I take 7 down to 2. Ooh, that might be exactly what I need. But what they can do is move the equipment. If they... So, I attack with Kingfisher, put him down to 2. With the intentions of blocking here and bouncing here. But if they move the equipment over to the 1/1, I die because I can't block the 2 things. Alternatively, I'm attempting to go... Maybe I think my best bet is to just hope they don't move the equipment over. I could also Soothing now to try and hit something. I think I just gotta hope they don't move the equipment. Okay. That draws. They have a legendary, so they get to keep the card. Good common. Alright. Go to combat and attack with all 3. No, no, don't do that. Alright, they figured it out. That is unfortunate. I think that is a very easy win if we hit our 4th land on time, but we did not. So, we died. Curses, you know. Good game though, like very good game. Can't say too much bad about it. I feel like we have a good matchup there, but we just didn't get the 4th land there. Second game we got absolutely stomped as well. We'll run it back for match number 2 though, which is happening right now against Quanafanta. I will play first. And this hand is questionable. This is what happens when you splash, folks. This is what happens. Let's see what happens. Draw anything that gets me that green source and we're looking great. Hey, or just naturally draw the green source. Against red deck that has a mountain cycler or a cycler of some sort, yeah. The turn 1 pause has meant cycler very often. Okay, let's see. Let's hope they don't have a smite for Smeagol. Smite for Smeagol. Ooh, Theoden's good. So it gives a creature double strike whenever something enters the battlefield. That's kind of nice. I wonder if my opponent would just trade here. If this counters a legendary, I'm looking good. This seems ambitious. I don't think they're going to trade. Let's see. Nice. Okay, so if I can snag something with Glorious Gale. That's a human. Not sure I care about that one, though. So I think I'm going to go ahead and soothe them with Smeagol Theoden back to hand. That will get me a land drop, because I will make this my ring bearer. I will get your forest, thank you. But would have preferred a mountain. And here I can jam. And then play Arwen's Gift with Glorious Gale backup, which lets me hit another land off Smeagol. Seems pretty strong. Generous Ent is good enough to draw. And then obviously we don't want land number 7. Ooh, Claim the Precious, very good. Okay, well this has turned out amazingly because of the forest that we just ripped off the top. Our one forest. Okay, are we killing Smeagol? Doors of Druin. Whenever you attack Scry 2, then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature, put it on the battlefield tapped and attack in. If it's a dwarf, it gains trample. If it's an elf, it gains hexproof. Okay. It has to be... Well, you get to Scry 2. Let's see what happens. This could be very interesting. Alright, Scry 2 to the bottom, reveal a Plains. Awesome. I like that line. So now we go jam. Do I want to claim the Precious? I think I'm going to claim the Precious that just to cut them off mana and get another land. I get that Plains off the top of their library. Although I don't mind if they draw the Plains. Yeah, let's just cut them off mana, make sure they can't attack with the door. Smeagol, give me that Plains. And then Theoden's probably going to hit the board at some point here. Glorious Gale can snag that. That will get me another land with Smeagol. Another forest. Lothlorien Lookout. Okay. Creature that does not block Smeagol. Ooh, Old Man Willow with Bitter Downfall backup. Gothmog as well. I think I'm just going to discard Sauron. Discard Sauron, yeah. Okay, and now I will play Old Man Willow with Bitter Downfall backup. See, this is why this card's splashable. It's a 4-mana 8/8 that sometimes kills things. Relentless Rohirrim. You can have that one. So, Tempted by the Ring when it enters. They're going to attack with Lothlorien Lookout. Scry 2. Actually, they're going to Scry and then Scry 2. Bound to hit a creature, right? Alright. Scry 1 went to the bottom. Scry 2 is going to reveal a 6/4 Oliphant. Oh, it's hexproof. I thought it was hexproof. Until your next turn, it gains trample if you control... Oh, it's not if it's a dwarf. It's if you control a dwarf or an elf. Okay. I did not realize that. Opponent conceded regardless. And this does feel like a matchup where my opponent's going to be playing some bigger things, a little more mid-rangey, which means I'm fine with the green splashes. Smeagol just doing work there. Isolation's probably fine. Soothing of Smeagol's been good. Arwen's Gift is very slow on the draw. Still don't think these Kingfishers are that good. Alright. Get rid of some of the slow stuff. By that I think I mean I made one change. That was maybe entirely luck. Turn 3 Smeagol into just a bunch of ways to be tempted by the ring. Opponent on Naya. Yeah, this is good. I will cycle Generous Ent to go get the Forest. Although I think the Ent is probably good enough. 2-drop. We got a Pathfinder. We have a Lothori and a Lookout. Less worried about that one. I'm just making sure I hit all my land drops here. Although I don't have the double black for Claim the Precious, but I wouldn't use that on this anyway. Okay, Deceive the Messenger might come in handy. Blue mana? Oh, what is this? Where did this come from? Opponent just suddenly became the blue-green scry deck? That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a real problem. Alright, maybe it won't be as much of a problem now. My opponent does have, like, some scry stuff. I think I'm better off killing this than the Lookout. But I'm not 100% sure about that. I can reset this with Soothing. Alright, let's just kill that. It has the highest upside. Ba-bam. Take another hit. Opponent gets another scry. Opponent appears to have some sort of greedy multicolor pile as well. They're splashing this. They're splashing Theoden. They're splashing that. I'm not one to really talk about greedy splashes with this deck, but okay. Swarmin of Moira. All right, let's get Wizard Rockets down. It's a good spot for Deceive the Messenger. All right, there's the doors. All right, and we're probably dying now because they're surely gonna hit creatures. Wow, they clicked that button fast. You saw them? They were like, all right, scry one to the top. What is it? They get a scry 2 as well. So they found something on the first scry, but they could find something even potentially better here, it seems. Sure. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill the 2/2. And we are in trouble. We're dying, and my opponent just gets a free creature every turn with a scry 3. Not sure how we're ever beating that with this hand. Trade out Wizard's Rockets here. I would play Old Man Willow. Actually, we can just do this for 0, right? Okay. I've seen enough. I have seen enough. Back on the play. Opponent's got a cool thing going on. The Bewitching Lifecraft might actually be good. They do have ways to get counters on creatures, though. It's not good against this. It's not good against Arwen. It's good against a lot of stuff, though. Still like my splashes here. Could cut Grimma. Okay. All right. Let's just do it again. Opponent had a good start there. I fell behind. They had the doors at the right moment. Well, Smeagol's gonna be smoothed, I suppose. This isn't a hand that gets ahead of my opponent. I'm not gonna give my opponent having credit. I'm not gonna give my opponent credit for having the blue-green uncommon with Lothlorien Lookout that often. They do have Cycler in hand. Ooh, we've got turn 4 Old Man Willow. Comes down as a 4/4 on turn 4 and then just gets bigger from there. Eagles of the North. Okay. Splashing made easier when you got the mana fixin'. We're going to see there's the Lookout. Alright, we got a Forest and pass. Let's see if they've got a 3. Yep, you may scry. Swarming. Alright, let's just go ahead and get that off the battlefield. Oh, non-token. Dang. Let's forget about that part. Do I want to bounce Lothlorien Lookout? Not really. If they have doors again, that's great. If they have removal for Old Man Willow, that's unfortunate. But even if they have the doors here, they do have to throw away a creature to get the trigger. Do love the mana base. It's beautiful. And we've got a bunch of soothing. That looks like no box. I don't think they didn't have a trick there, but they could have something post-combat. Oh, they had Faramir. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So here I can play Easterling Vanguard, attack with Old Man Willow, give the army -2/-2. This only triggers on their end step. That seems like a good enough spot. I've got the Soothin' back up here. I will sacrifice this to kill your army. Basically just turning my 2/2 into a 1/1. And I'm going to put a stop here in case they do some sort of trickery. I would like to bounce before Faramir triggers. Theoden enters the battlefield. Okay, well, hopefully they just give Faramir double strike, because I want to bounce that anyway. Alright, opponent's kind of smart. They figured things out. I'm going to just bounce this. Make my army the ring bearer. And we will not block. Ouch. And here we want to kill a creature on our turn so they can't get a card off Faramir. Can't kill anything with Old Man Willow, but they're taking 7. Which one's better to use? I get a loot. I don't have anything I want to loot away. I think I'm just going to kill Theoden and attack for 7. Yeah, let's do that. You're up. If they play the door here, I'm just going to bounce the Lothlorien Lookout. Make sure they can't really like free roll something into play. Oliphant. That is fine. They are dead. That's pretty ambitious attack. All I have to do is play a land, and then you're just chumping Old Man Willow with a 6/4. Unless that last card is something super important. I'm not sure I like this attack here. Take my 1. I will actually just bounce. Yeah, you can be my ring bearer. And we got it. Nice curve out in game 2 from the opponent. I did have fun that game as well. Having fun. You know, I'm 1-1. I would have liked to win that first round. I think I had good chances there, but we get a third match here. And deck's been sweet. I can't complain. I mean, I think we've drawn pretty much all of the things. Okay, last round, we are against Wastel. Hello, Wastel. They are on the play. Alright, let's look at that again. So, yeah, this is good. I don't have the means to cast Old Man Willow right now, but this is a fine little 2/3 on the draw. We find a 4th land in time to cast Old Man Willow. I'll be happy. Still need the other black for Claim the Precious, though. So I guess we're in a little bit of a weird spot. We need to draw black source and green source. Ooh, rally. 2/1/1s with haste. Alright, coming out the gate swinging. I like it. Gotta be better to just play the Easterling than to hold up the Gale, right? I'll trade this Easterling for one of the 1/1s. Preserve my life total if possible. Don't know if this is red-white humans or like blue-red spells. This card is very good in both of those archetypes. Quarrel's End. Discard a card, make a human. Or discard a card, draw 2. Make a human. Yep. Just preserve life total, get resources off the opponent's side of the board. Grima. Go ahead. Wonder if opponent's missing a land here. Or rather, missing a color. I assume so. I did play against a mono green deck earlier in best of 3, though. So, I don't know. I guess if you get quality red cards, works out fine. Be a great turn to just untap with Grima Wormfang so I can hold up Glorious Gale. Although I'd probably cast Arwen's Gift, I think. Grima's a good blocker. Fires of Orthnok. People keep playing this card. I mean, yeah, that's fine there. Cool. That does put me off for a turn. Let's see if they do it again. One thing I know about the cards like this is if people like these cards, they usually like them in multiples. And, you know, that card's... The presence of this card alone is enough for me to board out the red plan. Yeah, see? That's how you do it. I mean, I could just keep drawing a couple more lands here and be fine, though. Oh, no, I can't. I can't block, right? Okay, so Fires of Orthnok. That's something to be on the lookout for. Hilarious. It would be very nice if I could counter a legendary spell with this Glorious Gale so that I can make this legendary and my Arwen's Gift will cost less, but the Fires might work out for my opponent here. Let's see if they got a third one. The third one is where I'm like, okay, I'm probably losing this game. I mean, I'm in a losing position now, but my hand is very good. All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Erkenbrand. So at the very worst, if I don't lose creatures this turn, I will get to cast Arwen's Gift. Well, they got something else in their hand they can cast, though. Looks like they might actually be mono red. Okay, deal 1 to each of up to 2 creatures. So that's not going to work out, because now I can sack this to make a 2/2. I don't get to do the Arwen's Gift thing because the new 2/2 is not legendary. But I do really only need to draw a land anyway to do that. As long as they don't slam like an Oliphant or something like that, I'm feeling just fine. If I draw a 4th land, I'll be feeling amazing, I think. Yeah. Alright, so... do we do the Arwen's Gift before our opponent eventually fires us again? Or do we just play the Gothmog? My board's stable. I'm going to go ahead and just play the Gift. I'll just draw both of these, I think. And, yeah, if they kill my 1/4 with a removal spell and then hit me for 1, I'm fine. So let's go ahead and get the 2 in there. A lot of things to consider during sideboard in here. Relentless Rohirrim. So that's ETB ring tempts you. Make the 1/1 your ring bearer or the 4/3. Usually better to make the smaller creatures your ring bearer because then the first part matters. Although if you have really good attacks with your bigger creatures, it does make sense to make them a ring bearer anyway. What is your last card? Something castable. Sure. Treason of Isengard. I want to cast that. I wonder if I should go for Lorien this turn, or if I should just play Gothmog. I feel like I should just play Gothmog. If they have a removal spell for Gothmog, I get to sack it to Grima and make a 5/5. Although the 5/5 cannot block Relentless Rohirrim. Okay, they're out of cards, it seems. And I feel like it should be pretty smooth sailing from here. Plays 6/6 Old Man Willow. Alright, let's get in here. 3/3 Death Touch. Not that Death Touch matters very much here. Papow. Alright, Great Hall, 6/6. Go for it. Then Treason of Isengard could probably get like Gory Scale on top or something like that. I mean, I could see a world where like something weird happens and I still die. Fires Vortnock again. Okay. The red source does not matter because, I mean, the 6th land matters, but the red source does not. I was going to say, this makes it so that my creatures without flying can't block, so that does matter. Alright, what am I doing with Old Man Willow? Am I killing this 1/1? Probably. So, if so, I'm sacking an army to do it. What I could do is Grima. No, that doesn't replace it. Alright, let's not overthink. Forest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14. Guess I could just kill my opponent. 7, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, let's just go ahead and just kill the opponent. Okay, we survived through 3 Fires of Orthnok, which means we've got some considerations during sideboarding. Splashes out. Splashes out. Splashes out. It kind of makes me want the other Ireth. I like this. I like this. Witchcraft's probably fine. Or did I say Witchcraft? Leechcraft. Casting into the fire would be good. Isolation also okay. Two-drop fine. Don't need Wizard's Rockets. Lembas is also fine. Shire Scarecrow. That actually just dies to fires. So don't really want any artifacts. Okay, I think I'm going to roll with this. And just draw some lands. I mean, this will be all about drawing lands. If my opponent's going to have just a bunch of 4-mana destroy target lands in their deck, then as long as I keep drawing lands, that card doesn't really do anything. Hey! Do I just snap keep this? I think I am going to keep this. This is one of my better 2-drops in this matchup as well. Yeah, this hand could go poorly. Opponent's taking a mulligan. Or just straight up mono black, like Armageddon. Or mono red Armageddon, rather. Actually amazing. Not that my hand is like that good or anything. And I also only have 1 blue source, so I'm gonna like draw a bunch of blue cards. They're gonna blow this up. Guess the specific colors I draw are also very relevant. You have a 1-drop or Mountain Cycler in hand, it seems. There's a good red 1-drop in this set. It's 1/1 Menace. When it dies, the ring tempts you. Whatever it is, it's yeah, there it is. Not sure why that took so long. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to island cycle this. That could be wrong. I could do that later if they do start destroying my lands. If they have a rally here, they're off to a really fast start. Take a lot of damage before I get stabilized, although this effectively trades for the rally over a course of 2 turns. Going a little slow here. I can't imagine there are too many choices. Cast into the Fire is another card to be on the lookout for, which if they cast into the fire this, fine, so be it. Yeah, let's not island cycle yet. Let's go and just play this thing. Which if it bites a removal spell, that's fine. If it's Smite, though, Smite exiles it, so I wouldn't get my 1/1. Hate that I drew another land, of course. Okay, cast into the fire. That dies. Make a 1/1. Which seems great as long as they're not adding too much extra pressure here or anything like that. They're going to use another removal spell to kill the amass token. I already can't block the Lancer. They don't really need to do that right now. Although if they're worried about me amassing on my turn to get this out of range of like another 1 damage thing, then I can understand it. Yep. Can't block it. This thing has a menace. Looks suspiciously like the 4-drop. Okay, Golem is a very good draw. That being said, if opponent has another cast into the fire specifically, that's problematic. I think I'm just going to play Golem and not attack. Maybe I should attack. So likely they can get one of my creatures out of the way. Okay, they do have another cast into the fire. That's unfortunate. So I will tempt. I will not have a ring bearer. And then if they draw a 4-drop here and, you know, slam, I'm in trouble. I don't have anything to get Golem back. I guess I should reconsider X1s for game 3. All right, let's see if we get Orthnok here. Let's see if one of my lands gets blown up. I honestly would rather them do that than to play the 4/3 here. Or anything that adds a lot of pressure. Okay, that does add a little bit of pressure. So they're hitting me for 2 this turn and then 4 next turn. If they get my life total too low, I got to worry about those Orthnoks just like coming out of nowhere and killing me. Gosh. This is I do not want to justify my opponent winning a match with a bunch of these Erkenbrand as well. Yeah, this is not gonna end well for me. I'm taking 6 here down to 10. And then they have 7 on board. If I just have to spend my turn doing Lorien Revealed, I don't think I can win. This really only needed like another spell. That is a good stabilizer for what we need. But again, if they have the Orthnoks here, I'm going to die to unblockable creatures. Don't want to sack one of my dudes for that yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So they can hit me for 7 if they make their creatures unblockable. Looks like they're targeting one of my lands. You got it. And then they kill me next turn. They might actually just have lethal. No, I go block. I mean, you got it. Pow. Oh, the last card appears to be a land. I can Torment to find out. As it stands, if they just don't have anything, which it felt like a land because there was a pause, it would have auto-skipped instead. Tormenting just grows this. I should... Oh, I played the wrong land. Played the wrong land. Okay, well, we gotta live with our mistake. Let's torment you. It is, in fact, a mountain. Grows that. Pass turn. Okay, so they drew another land. That's good. They can jam with everything, and then... It's not actually great if I kill the Lancer. If they can attack me, I go down to 1. I lose one of my creatures. Yeah. So this forces my hand. I have to go. Which one would I rather keep? I still have to draw an answer for this next turn regardless. I guess we want to lose the army because if I draw a card that amasses, I want to be able to make a blocker with it. Although this puts me out of range of Mortar Muster. Huh. Grimma. Grimma draws. I can't afford to worry and revealed this turn. See if opponent blanks again. I'm dead to fires, dead to removal spell, dead to hasty creature. I'm getting a little lucky. Let's see if we can keep that going. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're not going to worry and revealed here. Yeah, I can't afford to. I gotta hold a Bitter Downfall. Could also just die to like a burn spell to face. There's not a lot of those, I don't think. I mean, my opponent's getting super flooded though. 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 1 mana away from being able to do that. Yep, looks like we drew fires. Oh, we got the good game. We got the good game, folks. Now we have to win, right? Oh my gosh, we have to win now, right? No, you already GG'd me. Don't act coy now. You GG'd me. All right, let's draw 3. Hopefully an island in there. Yes. All right, now I'm smashing. What's the worst that could happen? I have a bounce spell and a counter spell. Let's kill them before they find too many things to kill us. Goblin Fire Leaper. Let's counter it. It's not legendary. Doesn't need to be. Actually thinking I should... Ooh, Troll. And that lets me keep up. So what I was going to do is attack with just Gothmog, sack it to Wormtongue. I get the same amount of damage. No, that's stupid. Okay, never mind. Let's not do that. So let's go Jam. And this leaves them dead on board. I'm 100% going to good game them here. Let's see if they good game me again. Oh, no. Don't auto-pass. No, non-token. Non-token. Oh, I can't bounce thing. All right, you got me. We're going to a game 3. Dang. I guess I should have kept one more blocker back. I didn't think about... Did not think about that. X1s. I don't mind... Yeah, I think I actually need to change that much. Shire Scarecrow seems pretty bad. Lembas is probably fine. Gains life. Cantrips. Doesn't really do anything, though. Alright. Yeah, I should have... in my head, I should have been like, oh, well, they can kill you with da-da-da. I didn't really think about it, though. Let's play first. All right, we can get ahead on lands. That's good. Got the good old Gandalf Torment trick here. Don't care if Mordor Muster token dies. Okay. All right. Crack the knuckles. We can't lose to triple demolish. Like, we just can't do that. No 1-drop from opponent is good. 4-drop. I thought that was Grimo for a second. Grimo's like one of my best cards here. Hard for them to kill. They don't have removal. I'm gonna jam here. I'm gonna jam. Hey, don't look at my lands. You don't have 4 lands yet. You don't have 4 mana. You stay off of my mana. My hand is not that soft to cast into the fire either, which is good. And I've got good plays for the next couple turns. Probably some argument for playing Gothmog before playing Gandalf, just to get this army out of the range of whatchamacallit. Oh, Glory Scale is also good. Kind of want to just flash block. This makes this a 3-3, leaves behind a 3-3. This lets me keep up options between Gandalf and Glory Scale. I'm going to just leave up Gandalf. I don't know if I'm blocking here. They just go to combat right away. Although they flash in, or they play Fires of Orthnok here. Like, that's fine. They get to start hitting my islands, but I've got plenty of mana. They might even hit a swamp. Since I have even distribution, they don't really have a good idea which one I need more. Personally, I need the islands more. I have like Glory and blue cards I intend to cast. Quarrel's End. You got it. Discard Mountain, draw 2. Look, if they do things pre-combat and just like leave the door open to me eating this 2/2 in combat, I'm very happy. As it stands, I think I'm just blocking with Gandalf if they attack with this 2/2. They haven't shown me a smite. Cast into the fire doesn't finish it off. Cast into the fire only lets you split up between 2 creatures. Okay, rally at the Hornburg as well. Good. So we get to eat and trade with some stuff here. Block, block. Pow, pow, pow. Now we're gonna do the old torment trick. Do gotta get the opponent dead. Alright, so let them draw torment in their draw step. 6 cards. This makes a 2/2 as well for the turn, so I have a blocker. They are debating casting things before. Okay, so we have Risen of the Day. Creatures you control have haste. Legendary creatures you control get +1/+0. I don't feel like I have to take this. Ranger's Firebrand cast into the fire. I think I'm just going to take Erkenbrand. Let them cast this. They're still 3 land drops away from it mattering. Although this is the type of card that can just win the game if it gets to that point. 2 damage to any target. So they Firebrand the Torment and play Falls of Care Andros. Risen of the Day. I just don't care about that one. Erkenbrand deals a lot of damage this turn. I'm going to take Erkenbrand. If they Firebrand my my 2/2, that's okay. I'm hoping they just play Risen of the Day. But I do got to kill them before they hit 8 mana. Or at least I have to have enough creatures on board that I can kill them. Yep. Because this, once you hit 8 mana, you just spend every turn to kill a creature, make an orc, kill a creature, make an orc. I assume we're just gonna... Yeah. Kill that. Does not deal excess damage, so they don't make anything here. Alright, and jamming for 2. Okay. I need something that adds pressure, I think, is going to be the name of the game here. They can cast into the fire my 1/1, which I would be okay with. I kind of don't want him to hit lands. I want him to cast a legendary creature. Okay. Erebor Flamesmith. I don't know if I care about this. I don't think I do. I would rather save my Glorious Gale for something that's actually gonna give me the ring, although they might not have that many legendary creatures. If I had the mana up, I would have let them keep Erkenbrand, but they would have played it that turn. Deal a lot of damage. 3/3 is actually relevant. This card's fine, but it's not really doing a lot of damage to me. The cast into the fire doesn't matter that much. The Rising of the Day really doesn't matter. Although this gives legendary creatures +1/+0. This is legendary right now, so it'd be a 2/1. Still doesn't matter. Looks like we're going to hit the 1/1 with the cast. Okay. And you can jam if you want. I can't block the Ring Bearer. Really? Okay, so what's the plan? If I attack with Gandalf, I trade Gandalf for Flamesmith plus their Ring Bearer. If I attack with 3/3, they have to block with everything. Trading Gandalf for this plus this seems pretty good to me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna jam. I assume they're gonna do some sort of blocks, but I gotta kill them. Nice, I like that. And I'm happy to trade Golem off for even like a 1/1 here, because it leaves the battlefield, it tempts me. I get to make Gothmog my Ring Bearer. Relentless Rohirrim. How much do I care about that one? I will counter that one. It's not legendary, but I do have the Golem here to go ahead and draw me a card. Happy with that. Actually, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 10. I go to 10. Probably just better to hit him for 8. Are they going to be able to deal 10 in one turn? I don't think so. Treason of Isengard as well, which I can do at at instant speed, put Torment on top. Okay. I think we're looking pretty good here. I wonder if they boarded out their fires. Okay. That should be GG. Rising of the Day is fine. Okay. Even got the upkeep Torment. Nice. I died in game 2 to Demolish. I'm not proud of that. But it happens. It happens. Don't put Demolish in your deck, folks. Let's look at the deck real quick. We dropped match 1. But I do think that happened because we did not draw our fourth land in the final game. This deck is very clunky with the lands. I don't know if the splash is necessary because you see in that last game I cut the entire splash package and deck worked out fine. Cutting these 5 cards for some other things, and I have just kind of a blue black package. I will keep saying that people are really high on this card. I think this card is like kind of medium, just doesn't synergize with anything in the set. Even though it's obviously just like a fine middle ground card, I think it's much worse than the ETB versions of this, which everybody noted it's worse, but people were like, it still draws you a card. Nah, this card is significantly worse. By like a long shot. We got bailed out by our removal. Very good draw with the Smeagol in match 2. This was fun. This was a very enjoyable deck. If I could package these cards like every single time and fill in these 5 cards with like more stuff for blue black, I'd be very happy. Also glad we got to do the Gandalf Torment of Gollum trick. So everything here felt kind of cool. This is a fun little format. It's not super complicated, especially by comparison to like the last 4 or 5 sets that we had. You just kind of draft the cards. They're fairly simple. Like there's not a lot of words on them. Ignore this one. And the rares, it's not like extremely bomby. Like I have to work to play my Sauron. Smeagol is a rare that dies to like every removal spell. I think this is a fairly good limited set that has a lot of exploration to it, a lot of cool archetypes, and obviously the Lord of the Rings flavor, even though I'm not like very knowledgeable of all that stuff. I think it's a really cool insight. I like the Universes Beyond products that feel like they fit in the world of Magic, and Lord of the Rings is more magic than Magic itself. So that's going to go ahead and do it. If you're still here, go ahead and drop like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want on the YouTube channel. But the best way to help us out is by joining the JankDiverTim Discord, by coming in, giving us feedback on our cubes, playing the cubes with us. It's free to play. We play on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. All you have to do is show up and have a couple wild cards perhaps for the unrestricted cube, and that's it. But that's all I got for you today. Hopefully I'll get a few more of these out. I really enjoy doing these videos. It's just baby boy in the other room makes it very difficult. So he says hello to all of the other people out there. Thanks for joining me as always. My name's Timothy with JankDiverGaming. See y'all next time.